Hi guys, welcome back. Anyone new to the channel, welcome. Right, I know you people are gonna love it. Carrying on with the Christmas theme. Right, I'm gonna do a smoker, Christmas smoker today. Right now, this was done 2-3 years ago. So we'll smoke. It's a little gardener one. I've lost his trowel. I've got to make another little trowel for him. Should have a trowel there. He has a pipe and this has a. Oh, I'll drop the incense bit. Right, okay. So as these little, anyone if you don't know, as these little cones, incense things you light, you stand them in there, you light it up, you put the top back on, like so, and smoke comes out of his mouth, and it makes your whole house stink. Okay, some people love it, not really for me. This one's lavender, so it'll make your house smell like a funeral parlour. Lovely. Right, but we're going to do a Christmas theme. So I'm going to do a Christmas one. Now this is one I've already done, and this is a Christmas Grinch. Okay, and he's got his little dog Max with him. Lisa done the painting. She's done a brilliant job of painting. She done him in a all green first, then she painted the red over the top, so it makes it look dirty looking, because the Grinch he lives in the dump, is dirty. But today what we're going to do is we're going to do Father Christmas one. Okay, because the Grinch stole Santa's present, he stole Christmas. Santa's going to come to get it back, so we're going to do that. Now for the smoker bit inside, because the same, you have the little metal bit. Now for these, if you can't get the original ones, which are very hard to get hold of, then bottle tops, and that's all you need is a bottle top, and you can glue that in, and that's just for your incense to sit in like that, and then he pops on there. And the same, you light it up and it can smoke away and stink the house out. So yeah, just bottle top. When you get your bottle top, always remember it has a little bit of plastic inside it, so pull that out first before you use it, otherwise you might get a smell you don't really want to get. So that's that. Right, so I'm going to be making one of those. So I'm going to hand this to Lisa. She's going to get rid of this out of the way, so I can get my bits put back where they got to be. Right, and as I say, this turning, it's not so much about what I'm turning, it's more about using the tools and how to use the tools. So we're going to be using the square chisel for a lot of skew work, basically, using it like a skew today. We're going to do a lot of that for people that are interested. If you're not interested, then just skip by and do whatever you want to do, I suppose. I don't know. If you're interested, then watch. This is, as I said, this is for people that have bought my tools. Okay. I don't say you can do this stuff with other tools. What they recommend, as I've said before, is what they recommend. There's a lot of the very good quality tools out there, and they say just hold it flat, push it in, and that's how you use them. Well, that's not how you use mine, but that's how they use it. Then I suggest that is exactly what you do, and don't try doing anything else with them, because that's how they're made and that's how they think they're safe to use. Okay, but I'm going to show you what we can do with my ones. So first off, right, I'm going to rough this down. I've already drilled a 40mm hole up there, but I've got to put a tenon on this side so I can turn it around, put it in the chuck, because I need to hollow it out a little bit more, which I want to do with me chisel. So I'm going to face shield on, and I'm going to get it turning. I'm going to rough it down. Just going to use the standard type 3 chisel, the standard square one that you get in your set, and that's what I'm going to use just to rough it down a bit. Okay, now that's not sitting over great on the bottom, but that don't matter, that'll be all right. We'll get that trued up. Right, got to pick up, nice bit of speed, come along. Sorry, Lisa's going to get covered, so I'm going to come down. I'm going to put my hand there because Lisa's going to get covered in it. And just roughing down. I'll say, as you know, I don't recommend just pushing the tools in, but we are just roughing it down. Just knocking the corners off. I'm not going right up to the chuck, so I'm going to turn it round so I don't need to. Not quite round yet. I want it just round. As soon as it's round, I've got to stop. Because I want the, that's it, I want the size for the body. Right. Enough of that, I'm going to stop at that. I'm going to get my tenon on there. Now, as I've said before, for my tenon, I have a beading parting tool, okay, which I've actually ground, I've actually skewed it to what my jaws are, and that's what I use. Right, that's about the size I need. Got the wax on it still. That's it. Right, okay, there we go. I'm going to get that put in the chuck now. It's got a knot there, look. Wrong one, that one. Right, let's change this chuck. This chuck. Right, perfect gap. I think I've done that before. Right, okay. Now I've still got those corners there, which I've got to take down. So I'm going to do that first. I'm going to just level off the bottom there, okay? Right, let's get her started up. Yep, that's all done. So. Right, now I'm going to be using my small spindle roughing one. Not spindle roughing, sorry, spindle turning one. Right, so we've got that off. Now I just want to come in. Clean up that bottom. Okay, that's cleaned up. Now I want to hollow it out a bit. Right, Lisa's just going to move it round. And for this, I'm just going to use the 9mm. Going to use a 9mm round. Just on the short one. And if you roll it over, you don't get no catches. You can come up here to the top. Where are we? There we are. Right, got it. Yeah. I just want to round that a little bit up there. Now it's quite deep there, so you've got to go careful. I mean, I'm overhanging that much over the tool rest. It's only a short bar, it's only a 5-inch bar, short handle. Right, now what I'm quickly going to do is just refresh my memory on what I have the bottom set up. There we go, still got the caliper set up for these. Right, just so I can see. Well, that wasn't a bad guess, look at that. Oh. Bring the tool right over. Don't need to hollow too much. I want to go up here, get up to the bottom again. Got it all rolled over. Right, I'm going to stop that. Check the depth on there. Right, okay. Little, hang on. Little bit of jiggy here. Get my pencil. Should have got it first. Right, okay. So that's where I'm hollowed up to. What have I got there? Yep, that's all right. I've got a rounded top. So I've got to drill through later. Right, so that's the top where I am. Because if you look on like this smoker, so you put a hole in the top and that lets the smoke go out. Okay, it comes out of here. So that's what I've got to do later. So his actual body is his top's gonna finish just there. Oh, let me put him back together. There he is. Right, okay, so I'm going to come round and I'm going to take this down a little bit here now. Think of what I was going to do then. Right, now for this bit I'm going to just use the round chisel. Okay, I'm going to make a little mark with my parting tool. You alright there? In. Right, going to come in here with my parting tool. It's just where my top's going to be, just so I know where I'm going to finish. Right, but at the moment I'm going to use a 12mm round now, because I've still got a bit of roughing down to do. Right, and now I'm going to bring the diameter down a bit there. Don't want it too small, don't go too thin. Still got a bit there to go. Well, in case anyone's interested, the wood sycamore. So I'll come and get that dome top now. I'll bring him round there. That's it, I'm getting his body. Got that slight taper, that slight dome. I've got a little taper here where his bottom bit would be, and just sort of just tapering round. Right, okay, I'm going to get my parting tool and oh, this is another one. Right. Sorry, chisel under me arm. Right, just come in there, give yourself a bit of room to work. Give yourself plenty of room. Plenty of room to work. Right, now I'm using my detail chisel. Actually, I'm gonna use the other one because this I've got set. Because I've got my adjustable handle, I can drop the bar right in because I want it nice and short. Okay, I'm going to come in here. I don't know whether Lisa can see what I'm doing there.
I'm going to try and get in there.
Now I've turned that quite thin, so what I'm actually going to do, where am I? This one. I'm going to put this cone centre. I've turned it quite thin down here before I finish shaping, so I'm going to get a bit of vibration. So if you do that, just put your tailstock up inside. Get hit there soon enough. There you go, I can feel it. Right, that just steady it all, see? Then I can come round again. Right, now I'm going to shear cut it. Right down, don't forget, it does a brilliant job of shear cutting. Just keep your point out the way. Getting that shape I want on that top. That's it, there it is. Right, okay, I'm going to do a very little bit of sanding. Not putting no sanding sealers on. I think I must have a knot or something there.
Yeah.
There's something there. Can't tell what it is. I should have stopped and had a look really. Might do that. Let's have a look.
To the decoration maybe?
Let's see what it is. Yeah, I've got a knot there. Look at that. Got a little knot. That's not a problem. That adds to the decoration.
Yeah.
And this is being painted, so not a massive problem. Right, that's all I'm doing with the sanding. I don't need a lot. Right, turn that off. Put that back there. Right, now I'm actually going to come in and just whittle this down a little bit. Take your time. Right, that's enough. That's where I'm going to. Now, we're going to stop the lathe. Take your tailstock out of there. And I'm just going to use my little saw to take this off. There we go, and we can just clean the top up and that'll be it. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for, is that inside, and that's your body, okay? And a bit later on I'll be sanding that up, and I've got to put a flat on there and 2 flats for where the arms go, okay? Right, so that's that bit. We'll do all the sanding in one go a bit later. Right, now the next bit I'm going to do the legs actually. Actually, I'm going to do the base. While I've got the chuck on, I'm going to do the base for it before I take the chuck off. I've got my edge here because I'm doing this, it's quite dusty with the wood, so I'm keeping my mask on. But when I get down to doing the little bits, the arms and legs, I can take it off so you'll be able to hear me a bit better. If you want to hear me better. If you don't want to hear me better, then turn your sound down. Right, okay. I need, let me just grab this one here because it's what I've got here. I need now this piece for the base, and this piece, which is what goes up inside this bit. Oh, look at that. I need it exactly that size as well, because that just wedges in there like that. Okay. Now that wasn't done by luck. That is because I am a professional turner. Right. So that has got to be like that. So I've got to turn that, and I've got to turn that. And I bet when I turn that, it don't fit in that. Right, so we'll actually get a measurement of these. I think actually I'm pretty much there with that anyway. So, right, let's start that up. Let's get my square cutter in it, so I'll just use this one for now. This is my other tool I made. Look at that, what a beauty, eh? Oh. Get that off like that. Quite thick there. Just using the blade to see, just using the side of the cutter to see if it's straight. Get rid of that little dibble. Right, I can see here, I'm looking for when it's clean. The way the wood is. Right, there we go. We're getting there. Right, I ain't got to worry about that too much about that dibble because I'm going to be sanding this anyway. Right, now then. How thick do I want it? Let's see. Right, I'm going to do it roughly the same. So there we go. Okay, and I'm going to put a little chamfer on that, and I'm going to put a little chamfer on this top here. So it's not dead square. Oh, put my chisel there. Myself on them to do a sharp. Right. Got a little sand on that edge. I'm not taking it down any, I'm going to keep it at what size it is. Works better if you bring that over actually. Just sand that out. If you leave it back there, it don't work. Right, there we go. That's that sanded. So now I've got to part that off. That's it. Going down just to that last little nibble. Now I'm cutting it with a saw because otherwise I'll get a bit of breakout with it. It won't be nice and clean. There we go, and that's the open grain of the wood. I should be sanding that on the disc sander at the end, okay? And that's got to have the whole couple of holes drilled in it for the legs and the feet to go on. Right, so that's another part done. Right, now we've got to turn this bit. So what I'm going to do is, and that has a slight taper to it, that has a very slight taper. So what I want is I'm going to take the measurement from this one because I know this one fitted. Right, that's its widest point, okay? And a slight taper, that way it goes in like a plug. So I will take this. So I've got Lisa right on my shoulder here. No, you're all right there. Right, I've just got to bring that round. I'm just going to get a mark here for where I want to be. And a little bit. Right, just in from that. So that's right, I can work with that. I can work with that. Again, I'm just going to use the square chisel and come in, just bring it down to there. Fraction more, that's it, that's its widest point. Okay, now I'm going to clean the edge off. And this bit sits inside, so you're never going to see it. Until you take it out to put something on there, obviously. Right, now what I want to do is come in the carton for a bit. That's about enough. Right, now I'm just going to use my detail chisel just to put a slight bounce on it. Just a little bit. There we go. Just like that. Right. A little bit of sandpaper. Okay, stop that and cut that one off. Right, and we'll clean that side up and we're done, and that's got to have holes drilled in it for the smoke to come out. And on the underside it's got to have the holes for the, that's the underside, for the legs. I'm just going to check without pushing it right in. I'm getting it stuck. Yeah, that's going to fit. With a little push, that's just going to plug in there just nice. Okay. Right, so I'm putting that there. Now we're going to do the legs. So this is coming off. And we're going to turn between centres. So actually, I'm not. I'm going to put a chuck on to do that. Thinking about it. Chuck that I used for, I'm pretty sure I used that one. Was it the other one? Hang on. No, it's the other one I want, sorry. I do apologise. Stick well. It's not that chuck I want, it's the other one. That one. Right, okay. I am actually going to turn between centres with it. Because if I don't, I'm going to get so much vibration there. See, I'm going to use a ring centre. And I'll get that roughly centred. I think it's about there. Oops, sorry. Right, a bit of pressure on that, now tighten down. And that's just so that I can then, if I've got it in the chuck, rather than just between centres, so I'm going to do the two legs out of the one piece. So I can then move it down a bit. Okay, now, I know I want the leg at 40mm, so, where am I? There, right, yep. So I've got 40mm there and then another 40mm, so I'm going to get both legs out of there real easy. So first thing I'm going to do is rough this down, and I'm going to be using the square chisel. Right, we're round at that point. Right, okay, we've got that round. I'm going to take my mask off now. Right, oh, there we go. I'll be able to do this because this is smaller bits. I don't normally, and I don't like turning without my face shield on. But it makes it a little bit easier for you to hear me. Oh, that's just making a little ticking noise, hang on. That's it. It was just that bit of wood hitting there. Right, okay. So 40 mil. Let's go up this way. No, I can't because I'm going to hit my chuck. Right, so that's going to be the bottom part. I'm going to come up a bit because obviously I don't want to have where the centre's been. Right, so I'm going to go there and then allow a bit for parting, and then my other one's going to go there. So I've got plenty of room there to get the 2 legs out of it. Right, now then, let me get a little measurement of the leg. Can't remember what I've done on that. Right, that side. Now, so you'll know, in case you want the measurements, that is 24 mil. No, 22 mil. 22 mil. Okay, that's what the largest diameter, that's going to be up this end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it all to 22 mil because that's the largest it's got to be. Okay, now using your, let me stop that for a minute. Using your square chisel, we're going to be using it as like a skew. We're not just going to be pushing in, we're going to be using it like a skew because we want to get this sort of feel. We want to get a nice clean finish on here. Okay, now when you get your chisel, you can use any of the chisels for this, but I like it. No, I'm using these ones. I made these up. Can you zoom out a little bit?
I'm already on the
right.
old chisel.
I've made these ones up because my bar is actually down this far into my handle. I can adjust it as I want, so I like that. But if you've got the spindle set, now I love these on the round bar because they're so easy to roll over and do all that, so they're really good for that. So if you've got that set, absolutely perfect. If you haven't got that set, doesn't matter. You can do exactly the same with your standard type 3 chisels on the square bar. It will work exactly the same. Okay, but what I do when you get your square chisel, as I've said before, I put a grind on so it does pretty much for everything for everyone. If you're going to use it this way, what you can find is you'll get a little bit of rubbing on the back. So I just take mine over to the sand. I'll just knock that little back edge off. Just get it right. So if you look down, you want to make sure that you've got your bevel of your cutter and the bar are all running in line together. Makes it easier for you. It makes it good. It's no different if you go and buy a bowl gouge. When you get it, you put your own grinds on it. Make the tools for you. I can't make a tool that's going to suit someone else. I can only give a basic tool, and then you make it for yourself how you want it to be. Now, using this is no different, but there's differences is when you use a skew, you don't want to have your tool rest here at centre. Okay, centre would be down here, and I would be on centre. So when you start coming over like this, you're in big danger of this point catching, which is what a lot of people find happens when they use their skew. This is one of my skews. A bit grubby still because I've been using it. Right, so you'd be working down here. When people say, you want your tool rest a little bit higher, they never really tell you how high to go. Right, well for me, I come up here. With this chisel, I would actually be a little bit higher. So I will be now working there. That's how far above centre I am to use my skew. Okay, and with that way, I will work on the top of the wood. Look where my point is, right out of the way. I can still do my V cuts. I can still come in. I can do everything here. I can rough centre with bowl turning. Centre is the centre of your bowl. With spindle turning, centre's wherever you want it to be. If I want my tool rest down there and work up, I've still got centre. If I want my tool rest up here and work down, I still head to centre. If I want to go here, all I have to do for centre is lift my handle. My tool rest, my centre is adjustable by my handle. So I lift my handle and I come in. So for here, I'll be running across the top. The bottom corner, you ain't got to worry about that catching. That's just going to do your cut. This is your bit. Whichever way you go, that's the point you have to watch out for. And when you're up on working on the top, it's out of the way. But if it does catch here, the most it's going to ever do is push you back. When you've got your tool rest down here and you're working, you're going, right, yeah, I'm on set, and you're working on centre. If that catch is there, what happens is it will grab you and try and pull you down here. That's when you get your nasty catches, okay? When you're up above and you're working up at this height, and I go, basically, I want to be just under the top of the wood, because then I'll work this way on top of the wood, which you'll see in a minute with the square chisel. And that helps you, because then if you get a catch, the most it will ever do is it will just push you back, and you just come back and you go, oh, look at the state of that wood. That's the worst you get, okay? And it's a lovely tool to use. But, like I said, you've got to be able to sharpen it. You have to sharpen it quite often with a skew, touch it up with your diamond file, that sort of thing. Right now, because I've got this and it's on a 10mm bar, I take it down a bit lower. You can see how far above centre I am. And this is where I'm going to be working. Okay, and I'm going to show now exactly. I've marked this up, and again I've marked it, but I've got to taper it down, so that mark really is absolutely no good to me. But I wanted to know where I'm going to get them. So right, come in and I'm working up. Now what I've got to do is bring this down to this size. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do first. Now I could just push in, but if I just push in, I'm going to get a rough cut, and that is super smooth. Let's see, where am I? Right, I'm just there. So now I want all of this at that, okay? Now, yeah, I can push in with a parting tool if I want, and you can, just because I'm above centre, it doesn't mean I can't use my other tool still, because all I have to do is bring my handle up and push down to centre, and I'm still working to centre. So if I come down, there you go, it's there. I've got my size, okay, and I'll come down up here, so I can do it up here as well. There you go. All I'm doing to find my centre, put them out of the way. See, that's how far above centre I am. So all I need to do is do that and come straight down and go towards centre. So I haven't got to keep adjusting my tool rest and things like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take all this down to the same size.
About 37 minutes.
Yeah, 37 minutes. Okay. So I've been rattling on a bit. It's a lot easier to download videos if they're less than an hour. For some reason, when they get over an hour, they take so long to download. Now, yes, I could do this quick by just coming in here like this. And I'm going to save a little bit of time, because Lisa's just told me what the time's going. So, right. And when you do that, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you leave enough meat on there so you can come in with a clean-up cut. Right, and it's not going to bother here because I've got to taper down anyway for the legs. So, right, I want my 40mm back. Someone stole me marks. Right, like I said, there. Okay, enough for parting off, and there. Right, that's what we're doing. So now we're going to taper down for the feet. So what I'm going to do, the feet are pretty much straight, you know. So come back now. Hang on, let me think about this. 1 second. I'm doing a pair of boots, am I? Yeah. So I'll come in back here. No, a bit more than that. Back there for his boots. Right. Now I'm going to taper this down. To the bottom of his leg. Just going to come this way a little bit. There. Come down here. Right, so I need to roll this over. That's like the top of his boot. Excuse me, chisel here. Just got to come in just gently with the corner there. Coming up that way, just into there. Lost my bloody mark. Done it again. Look at this. No one tells me, do they? Right, that's the bottom. Very important, otherwise he'll have odd legs and he'll be walking with a limp. Right, there we go. Right. Just do that so I don't come up past that. Right, now this bit's got to taper a little bit still. Right. We'll get rid of that little corner there because I just made a little corner. That's it, get rid of that. Right, okay. And come in. And yes, I am cutting uphill, which I can do. Right. This is basically it. I'm going to roll that over a little bit more. And I'll just come in there and put that. Put this little taper. Don't exactly know how much I want to taper this down really. I didn't take a measurement to the bottom. Right, there we go. That's going to be the bottom of his, top of his boot there, and this is his leg. Okay, so now what we're going to do is part that off. Sorry. Parting tool. There it is. And I've got a part here. And you can see this, I'm just working a lot. I'm right up in the air, I'm pushing downwards. Just going towards, just aim for centre. So all you got to do is aim for centre. Okay? So that's that. Right, I'm going to stop that and I'm going to cut that off. Right, as you can see, I haven't needed to sand. That's his little feet, his little legs, I must say. Right, that's through that. To be easier on this end because I don't need the tailstock now because I'm not as far out from the chuck as I was before. Okay, and I should sand that. I should just give that a little sanding. Right, so as you can see, where they have their feet, that's going to be his leg down there, like that. Okay, but this is Father Christmas, so he's a bit stocky, a bit fatter.
Too many mince pies.
Yeah, but that's the base. So his legs are going to sit on there on top of his boots. Okay. Right, so that's one leg. So now I've got to get another one, same as that. So I'm probably going to start from up there, take that bit off. I might actually go around that way and do it that way. Yeah, I could do that because I've got the same diameter there then. I know they're exactly the same at the top. Right, let's get going. Right, so first off I want to clean this end up. That's going to be the top of his boot. Just take that pencil mark off, nice and clean. Right, yeah, put my chisel under my arm again, put it down. Right, now then, I'm just gonna get myself a mark here. That's where his boot is, and it ends just there. Right, okay. I'm gonna leave that up there so I can look at that, so I know roughly what I'm coming down to. Right, parting tool first. That's enough.